Hi, today I'm talking to you from the island temple site of Topozté. It's in Petén, very close to the border between Guatemala and Belize. And I particularly love this site. It's particularly magical. And I've found a very, very strong connection here with the ancestors. So I felt that today I want to talk to you about the Kame, the Trecena of Kame, and this has a very strong connection with ancestors. So this seemed like an ideal place, time, and opportunity to make this little video. So Kame means death, and of course death is the process. Death and the world of the dead is where the ancestors dwell. So Kame has a very strong connection with our ancestors. But we also see Kame as a transformation process. So as we go through this transformation process, our soul moves up a level. And this transformation process happens at all points during our life. Now, during Kame, this is when we start facing things which help our soul to evolve. And so it can bring up some fears. Kame, the lords 1 Kame and 7 Kame, they're the lords of Xibalba. And Xibalba is known as the place of fears, the place of fright, the awesome place too. It's the underworld. It's where we go to face the challenges. So a while ago we had the Trecena of Kame. This is about finding the hero in ourselves. The Trecena of Kame, which was about standing up, taking the bravery, taking the courage to make that step. And now we're going into the Trecena of Kame. So it's kind of like, right, okay, now we've found our bravery, now we've found our staff of power, now we've found that hero. Let's take it and let's face a fear. Let's go through something which is going to help us to evolve our soul. So this is something which you might consider that the Trecena of Kame might not be the easiest one to negotiate. When your fears start coming up, it's not always the time when we can remember it as a time when we might have been particularly happy about something. I mean, it's our fears coming up for us to overcome. But at the same time, this is a period of growth. This is a period of extreme growth, possibly. This is a period of the evolution of your soul. And one of the terms that I apply to the Kame is soul alchemy. This is where I see that we're turning our base material, our lead human being, into the golden being. So this is the process that we go through in order to do that. So Kame is a great ally to us. It brings us to face the things that we need to face, the fears that we need to face, and it brings us the courage to go through them, because quite honestly, I don't think it ever brings us the stuff that we're not ready to face. But when we have to make the choice to face it, it's like, right, okay, we're going to bite the bullet. That's why we had to work up our strength through Kame and in order to get to Kame, in order to have that strength to go through. So, as I say, it can be a time of great growth, it can be a time of great change, but it's something which is going to help you to evolve in general. So we begin the Trecena on the day 1 Kame, of course. And 1 Kame might present us with some fresh challenges to face. The number 1 can represent this seed that needs a little bit of encouragement. It needs a little bit of fertilizer, a little bit of water in order to grow, in order to develop into something. So Kame brings us a possibility of facing a challenge. And it may be that on this day, it's that fertilizer, it's that water that's given to us by our friends and by our family that say, you've got this. We know that you're strong enough to face this. We know that you're strong enough to go through this. And they're our guiding lights, they're our helpers. So there's a potential for a change, there's a potential for growth. And this is kind of like our call to action. It's like, right, okay, we ready to go through that or not? Our family, our supporters, our friends around us may help us through this. We then move into 2 Kech. So the number 2, duality. This side, that side, dark, light, masculine, feminine. Good, bad, maybe even. You know, it's kind of like, it's all of these dualities. And it comes with Kech. So Kech represents the natural world, it represents the wilderness, it represents the forest place, the mountain place. And these are the places where we can go for the answers. But on 2 Kech, what we may see is the good side and the bad side. We might see that the mountain, that the forest contains both everything that will sustain us and everything that will challenge us. And so Tukech is an idea where we may get a sense of duality from nature. It's a day when we might go into the forest seeking an answer, and that answer might contain both the positive and the negative. It shows us both sides of the coin simultaneously. But this might be exactly what we need when we're looking at our quest to face this challenge, our quest to face what it is that we need to overcome in our life. We need all the information. It's no good just having the kind of the light side and it's all, it's all kind of like peace and love and light and all that kind of thing. We've got to see, right, okay, yes, but there's going to be this bit. And it suggests that on Tukech, you might draw the strength from the natural world in order to go through maybe the darker aspect that is also presented by the natural world. From Trecena, we then stumble into Trecena. So Trecena, this is a day, Trecena is normally a joyful day. It's normally a day on which we might receive abundance. It's a day on which we're bringing in the crop, we're maturing, okay? So this is Trecena in the Trecena of Kame. Now, Anil is normally used in an external way, and the number 3 brings it inside. It's suggesting look in our home, look within ourselves. So it's kind of like, this is where you're not going to get much support from those people around you, because it's a day to look inside yourself for the ripening, for the potential to mature. So this might be a day that if you are trying to look for somebody outside to help you, you might find that help isn't very forthcoming. It might not be that easy. But it's a day to take some time, go inside yourself, look for the answers, look for the way to mature within you rather than outside. We move from Trecena into Toch. So of course Anil, the abundance which we receive, is followed by Toch, the payment that we give in thanks for that abundance. And Toch is a great day for ceremony. We have Toch, which is the payment, the sacrifice, the ceremony itself. And we have the number 4, which is in the physical realm. So it's all about the material. It's about giving back in the material realm. So this is an excellent day if you want to make a charitable donation, if you want to pay for something that you've forgot to pay for or anything like that. Toch is a great day to go and pay it back. Even to the extent where, if you can physically help somebody on a Toch day, this is a brilliant way of kind of like paying back some of your karma, some of the stuff that you've received. After Toch, we're then going into 5Z. So 5Z, Z, faith, loyalty, justice, law. It's all of those things. It's also unconditional love. And the number 5 represents working on it. Okay? It doesn't represent it getting dropped in your lap. It doesn't represent that it's going to come easy. And you may even find that you really have to work hard. You really have to put the energy in to keep the faith on the 5Z day. It's not like it just kind of like everything goes according to plan, perhaps. And of course, in the Trecena of Kame, we might expect that things don't go according to plan, right? Because this is not what it's about. This is not like following the steady, easy path. This is taking the path less travelled. This is going somewhere a little bit different. And when we go somewhere a little bit different, it doesn't always happen the way we expect it to be. So we've got to work on our faith on a 5Z day in order to keep going. It's kind of like we summon up the strength, we summon up the faith, we summon up the thing that's going to take us forward. And so sometimes you might find that your faith is going to be tested on a day, your faith in your journey. Did I really want to take this, this whole journey, this whole thing of like facing my fears and this kind of thing? Am I really ready for it? Sometimes you might even find your guidance is tested. And you may need to put more energy into your guidance, more energy into following your guidance on a 5Z day. However, it then starts to come good. Then we're going into 6 bats. So bats being the creator, bats being the weaver, bats being the artisan that's creating the beauty in the world, combined with the number 6. So the number 6 representing the 4 of the material realm with the above and the below of the divine masculine and divine feminine, the heart of the sky and the heart of the earth, coming together into the physical realm with the Nawal Bat. Now, this is really somewhere where it could be seen as a very, very fortunate day. It could be a very, very useful day. And here within our journey, we can see of bringing it together. It's kind of like, not only are you creating with beauty on a bat's day, not only are you weaving your journey, but you're calling on heaven and earth to do so. So 6 bats is a fantastic day for putting your creativity to use. You might find like you are divinely inspired on that day. So if you have access to art materials, if you want to display your art in one way or another, if it's a day for writing, a day for poetry, a day for music, a day for dancing, it's a day to get out there and express your art in whichever way you choose. From 6 bats, we're then going to go into 7 Now, 7 is actually going to be the new day of the solar year. It's the first day of the solar year, Zero Nabe Mam, the arrival of the new Mam. So 7 is going to have 2 reasons to be important to us. The middle point of the Trecena, but also the new year that's coming in. So I'm going to do another video about the new year, but let's deal with 7 in as a day first. So the number 7 represents the top of the pyramid, but it also represents death and endings. Whenever we see the Nawalis, we see them begin on the number 1, and we see the last apparition as the number 7 before it goes back to 1 again, as we count them through the calendar. So 7 represents reaching the end, and is the path, is the journey, is the end of the road. So this is suggesting that whatever it is that you've been working on is coming to a culmination, coming to an end point. Now the other thing is, if we saw 7 as the path which is leading to the top of the pyramid, when you're standing on top of that pyramid, you're able to see out in all directions. You're able to see all of your new options, all of your new choices. So it's coming to the end of one road and then making a decision about which path you're going to take now. We can of course see this within this time of challenges, within this time of trials, the 1 Kame Trecena. We can see this as like, right, okay, this is a completion point. Now where are you going to go? Now which path are you going to take? So it might be a great time, being as it's New Year as well, to accept that one path is over and choose a new direction on that day 7 The drawback of 7 when you're faced with so many roads in front of you, making a decision is going to be the big thing on that day. So it's really a time to be decisive and get it done, rather than kind of like sit and say, well, I can see that route and I can see that route and I'm not really sure which way I want to go. It's like, right, okay, if these routes are being presented to you on those days, on those particular roads, maybe the ones which are particularly open to you, because remember, this is all about the alchemy of your soul. This is all about your soul's progression. So it's just important, right? Say, take a road, choose a route. It doesn't matter which one you choose right now. Just choose one and start walking it. After 7 we come to the ceremonial day of this Trecena on 8 Washekib And so this is a very, very important day to celebrate our home, to celebrate our family, to celebrate the harmony that we have in our home. It's a great day for making a ceremony to bring harmony into your family, to bring harmony into your home, if that's something which is lacking or if that's something that you feel is necessary right now. It's also being like the grandfathers as well, the old men of the village, the elders of the village. We can also see Washakib as a great time to celebrate our ancestors, which again is part of the Kame Trecena, Kame representing our ancestors. So 8 Washakib would be a particularly useful day to go out and make a ceremony. We follow that with 9 Ish, and this is a really a beautiful progression that we're going through, because we have 8 which could be seen as a celebration of the father. Then we have 9 Ish, and there is no more feminine day than 9 Ish, of course. Ish being the spirit of Mother Earth, Ish being the spirit of the mother within the home, and the number 9 being the number of the divine feminine. So this could be seen as the Earth Day within the sacred calendar. This is a great day to really get in touch with the earth. This is a great day to really work with the mother energy. And of course this is a great day to be looking after Mother Earth. This is a great day to be looking after our mothers, sending our thanks to them. After 9-ish, we're going to go into 10 Tzikin. So Tzikin, representing the prosperity that comes from thriving with our natural environment. We've just had our Earth Day, and Tzikin brings us our vision. Tzikin helps us all to prosper. We prosper when the earth prospers. So we've given our offering to our earth, to our mother, and now we're going to Tzikin, the vision. Now this vision is combined with the number 10, and the number 10 is the 2 hands. It's cooperation, it's society, it's agreement, it's those things coming together as well. And so this could be a vision for society. This could be a vision that comes through a community council, for example, a vision council that comes together on 10 Tzikin to help not only on your own path, but the path of humanity in general, the path of your society, the path of your village. We're in the Trecena of Kame still. So this is going to ask your friends and your family on 10 Tzikin, asking them, what's your vision for the future? How can you help me? Can you help me with this challenge that I'm going through? Can we combine our resources in one way or another? Can we pool our visions together in order to help us go through our challenges together? This is literally kind of like, maybe we could say, kind of like a shared burden or something like that, that we can help each other with. So if you're seeking counsel for your vision, if you're seeking counsel on your journey, on your quest for the golden being from the lead being, as it were, for your spiritual transformation, 10 Tzikin is a great day to go and ask for the vision of your community. After 10 Tzikin, we're going to go into 11 Achmach. So again, we're talking about challenges in the Kame Trecena, and as we go through this, we may find some of these old things pop up, some of these things that we haven't left behind come to the fore, and we find that kind of like 11 Achmach might be, you hear from that person, or you remember that thing, and there's all of these different things which need to be forgiven. Sometimes revisiting these places, these states of forgiveness, can be exactly what we need in order to progress us. Doesn't again mean that it's going to be necessarily easy, because 11 can be a strong number coming from all sorts of different directions. Maybe it was something that you thought you got away with, maybe it was something that you thought you'd managed to sneak away with, that comes back to kind of like bite you once again, to remind you, okay, I need to ask for forgiveness for this or forgiveness for that. After 11 Achmach, we then go into 12 Noch. So Noch, the problem solver, the ideas one, the one that brings the ideas together, the one that helps to understand how to solve the problem. The left brain, the ability to transfer an idea into the physical realm. And here we see it combined with the number 12. So the number 12 is about bundling stuff together. It's about bringing stuff together. Sometimes these are life experiences. So we're in the Trecena of Kame. We're looking to overcome fears and overcome problems in our lives. And we're combining that today with 12 Noch. So 12 Noch gives us the understanding of how to solve problems by combining our life experience. So it's looking back over life and saying, oh yeah, okay, well last time I was faced with a situation like that, this worked or that worked. So it's bringing together those ideas from the past into one bundle to help us move into the future. And then finally, the Trecena of Kame is going to finish on the day 13 Tihash. So 13 Tihash is a very strong day. It's a very strong day for spiritual surgery. Tihash, the obsidian blade, the blade of the warrior, the blade of the surgeon. The number 13, the spirit world, the ancestors. Okay, so this is a day that's connected with the ancestors and the blade at the same time. This is the day of the spiritual warrior. So we see that 1 Kame, that potential to transform, has taken us to bringing out the spiritual warrior of us, to go forward with that blade fearlessly, renewed in faith, in order to go forward and cut through whatever it is that is stopping us from moving forward. Now, the other aspect of it, of course, is healing, because Tihash is the healer as well as the warrior. So this is the healing that comes from the spirit world, the healing that comes from the ancestors. Can be another day, can be another aspect of this day. So this might be a great day to get something like spiritual healing or something along that kind of day, that kind of idea. Okay, so 13 Tihash will be a very strong day, and it's a day when we really need to focus on peace as well, because Tihash, as its warrior aspect, can be belligerent, it can be argumentative, it can bring up these things as well. So it might be a day where you might find yourself having to bite your tongue. Otherwise, you might find you've bitten off a heck of a lot more than you can chew. If we think of Tihash as being this very sharp obsidian blade, you know, if with the 13 behind it, it's really easy to overcut something. It's really easy to make a much more profound cut than you were wanting to make. Now, whether that's with your surgeon's blade or whether that's with your words is really up to you. But you really might need to kind of like understand that this is a day where kind of it's better to maybe walk away or be very watchful of the words that you use, because they might end up cutting a lot deeper than you intended. So just to be aware of that, maybe a much more introspective day than you might think. Okay, so there's a little video from a beautiful place. Next time, I don't think that I'll be quite in this place. I don't know where I'll do the next one. But that's the Trecena of Kame, and I look forward to making another video in 13 days' time.